What's up, y'all? Appreciate y'all tuning back into the channel. I go by Ryan P. And today we're going to be working in FL Studio, and I'm going to show you guys the effects that I use for this particular song. And I will have this vocal preset available. All you got to do is hit me up and send me your email if you want this vocal preset. It's free. I'll send it to you. We're in the process of building my site so you guys can actually go there and download it. But until then, I got you. So if you want this vocal preset, just hit me up. I'll send it to you. And make sure you subscribe to this channel. That's all I'm asking. Y'all look out for me, I look out for y'all, all right? So today I'm working with a Tory Lanez type beat, and I'm just gonna show you guys how I got the sound for this particular song. Now, when I send you the vocal preset, know that these are all stock plugins except one because I'm using auto-tune, and you can, tweak your auto-tune, whichever auto-tune you have, but the vocal preset that I send is just all stock plugins, all right? So be mindful of that. Without further ado, we're going to just jump into the track. Let me play it, and then I'm going to break it down for you, all right?
Woo! I pull up the whip as a foreign. Your bitch mad that you can't afford it. The whip sitting on Michael Jordan. Your bitch telling me that I'm gorgeous. I switch out the whip and we dip in the Porsche. I came out the water, I'm scorching. Look like I'm wearing a fortune. I know you mad that your baby daddy can't afford it.
This isn't all the way mixed, so the levels are a little off, but I'm going to just show you guys how I got this sound. So first of all, let me mute the doubles and the ad-libs. I'm going to play it without the beat so you can...
I pull up the whip as a foreign. Your bitch mad that you can't afford it. The whip sitting on Michael Jordan.
One thing about like Tory Lanez, when he rap, there's a lot of reverb, but you got to be careful with the reverb because it could sound weird if you don't do it right, if that makes sense. All right, so let me just jump into my presets. All right, so I got auto-tune first. Again, when you get this vocal preset, you won't have this auto-tune. You'll just have the Fruity Compressor, the Parametric, the Reverb, Maximus, and the Soundgodizer. So I did use auto-tune for this, but we're just going to exit out of that. So with compressing vocals, like I always tell you guys, I can't tell you how much compression to do on your vocals because everybody's voice is different, everybody's microphone is different. But yeah, I added some Fruity Compressor on there, and with the compressor, goodness, with the compressor, you also have to be careful because you don't want to smush your vocals too much because then it'll sound like muffled and not strong enough to cut through the beat. So you got to be careful with your. But when I send it to you, you're gonna be able to tweak it. Okay, so compression. Did a parametric EQ2. Make sure it's parametric EQ2. So I'm gonna play this real quick. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start this clean slate.
I pull up the whip as a foreign. Your bitch mad that you can't afford it.
What I always do, number one, you wanna go to type, high pass, and cut the muddiness out. This is what's going to give you that more clear sound. You can go to order. Steep 8 is a good one too. So I just use Steep 8. Did I say steep or did I say step? Steep, yeah. Okay, Steep 8. My bad. So this is what's going to cut out the muddy sound.
I pull up the whip as a foreign. Your bitch mad that you can't afford it. The whip sitting on Michael Jordan. Your bitch telling me that I'm gorgeous. I switch out the whip.
Now, be mindful. To be honest, I feel like between 2 and 3 is a good space. I believe anything past 3 into the 4 is going to give you a weird sound.
I pull up the whip as a foreign. Your bitch mad that you can't afford it. The whip sitting on Michael Jordan. Your bitch telling me that I'm gorgeous. I switch out the whip and we dip in the Porsche.
So you always want to take out that muddiness or whatever. So, and then with 6 and 7 is what's going to give you a sharper sound.
I pull up the whip as a foreign. Your bitch mad that you can't afford it. The whip sitting on Michael Jordan. Your bitch telling me.
You don't want to go up that high because then it's going to cut your ears and it's going to sound crazy. So just raise, this is depending on your voice and depending on your microphone.
I pull up the whip as a foreign. Your bitch mad that you can't afford it. The whip sitting on Michael Jordan. Your bitch telling me that I'm gorgeous. I switch out the whip and we dip in the Porsche.
All right. And usually, depending on the microphone and the artist, this is to give your vocals a little more bass. You know, so
I pull up the whip as a foreign. Your bitch mad that you can't afford it. The whip sitting on Michael Jordan. Your bitch telling me that I'm gorgeous.
so I just raised 3 up a little bit. I don't really touch 4, but you could do a frequency sweep with 5. If you don't know what a frequency sweep is, raise 5 all the way up. I'm gonna break it down and then narrow it. If you don't know how to do that, I guess leaving a comment, I can show you how to do that. But just raise it all the way up and narrow it. And then you're going to play it and you're going to listen for the harsh, like the almost a boxy sound in your ear. So
I pull up the whip as a foreign. Your bitch mad that you can't afford it. The whip sitting on Michael Jordan. Your bitch telling me that I'm gorgeous. I switch out the whip and we dip in the Porsche. Skirt. I came out the water, I'm scorching. Look like I'm wearing a fortune. I know you mad. I pull up the whip as a foreign. Your bitch mad that you can't afford it. The whip.
all right, I hear that noise right there. So all I'm going to do is just bring it down just a little bit, take out that whistling noise.
I pull up the whip as a foreign. Your bitch mad that you can't afford it. The whip sitting on Michael Jordan.
There, that's how I got the EQ for this vocal. On to reverb. Reverb, this is where it gets tricky. This is you could do different sounds of reverb. You could do like a stadium sound. You can do like a small room sound. Tory Lanez, when he uses it, it's more of a big sound. So I have this big boxy reverb sound, whatever I can't explain how a big boxy reverb room. All right, almost like a stadium or something. So I use this reverb. This is the wet. You got to be careful with how much of this you use. So watch this.
I pull up the whip as a foreign. Your bitch mad that you can't afford it. The whip sitting on Michael Jordan.
We don't want it that high. All right, so
I pull up the whip as a foreign. Your bitch mad that you can't afford it. The whip sitting on Michael Jordan. Your bitch telling me that I'm gorgeous. I switch out the whip and we dip in the Porsche. Skirt.
These usually come set already like this. I didn't even really touch these, so I left these alone. I left the dry and ER, is that what that is? ER alone, and I just adjusted the wet, but I did change the size of the reverb. See what I'm saying? So you could have it like this wider, you know. So there is a difference.
I pull up the whip as a foreign. Your bitch mad that you can't afford it. The whip sitting on Michael Jordan. Your bitch telling me that I'm gorgeous. I switch out the whip and we dip in the Porsche. Skirt. I came out the water, I'm scorching.
Yeah. So, and then I just use the Soundgoodizer. Put it on A, put about what, 40% up. This do make a difference.
I pull up the whip as a foreign. Your bitch mad that you can't afford it. The whip sitting on Michael Jordan. Your bitch telling me that I'm gorgeous. I switch out the whip and we dip in the.
You don't want it that high.
I pull up the whip as a foreign. Your bitch mad that you can't.
And that's it. That's the vocal preset that I will send you for free. Obviously you have to tweak it. And to be honest, that vocal preset works good for rappers, singers, all of that. After you do that, it's pretty much just leveling at this point. All right. So making sure that your beat is not over your vocals too much and vice versa. So, but that preset will help your vocals cut through the beat. So you shouldn't have too much problems. You just have to level it. And
I pull up the whip as a foreign. Your bitch mad that you can't afford it. The whip sitting on Michael Jordan. Your bitch telling me that I'm gorgeous. I switch out the whip and we dip in the Porsche. Skirt. I came out the water, I'm scorching. Look like I'm wearing a fortune. I know you mad that your baby daddy can't afford it. $100 bottle, ain't afraid to pour it.
And that was it, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. If you want the vocal preset, hit me up. Comment down below. Let me know. I'll send it to you for free until I get my website. Then y'all could go over there and just download it for free. But until then, I'm hands-on with it, all right? Any questions, hit me up. My social media is in the description. I'm more than willing to help. And until next time, we out. Peace.